Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. So excited to have our beautiful friend and talented friend, Christina Flach, joining us. How are you today?
Hi, how are you? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm so honored to work with you. And thank you for, waiting for me. Please introduce yourself to our listeners to start.
Well, thank you for having me. This is so much fun. So my name is Christina Flach. I am a celebrity makeup artist. I am the creator and founder of Pretty Girl Makeup, and I am starting a new company called I'm Too Busy, which I'm sure you can relate to.
I'm too busy. That's why I have minimal makeup on today. I have some foundation and that's it. But yeah, your makeup looks amazing. Yeah, you got to do mine one day.
Anytime.
Now you're based out of California, Marin County to be exact, right?
Yes,
and you are again the CEO of I'm Too Busy Skincare and Makeup, which is so exciting to have you here. So let's talk.
Yes,
before we get started by talking about the business, I think it's always important to find out more about you. So tell me a little bit about your backstory, where you're from, and what brought you into this field. And by the way, did I read that you have 5 children?
I do.
And you look this good. Well, how old are your kids? I got to ask that.
Oh my God. Okay. So my oldest is going to be 30 this month.
What?
30, 28, 23, and 17.
Oh my gosh. God bless. You would never know. You look like you're 30. So
oh my God, I love you. You're definitely my new favorite human.
No, I have a 6 and 8 year old, 2 little boys, but I just started late. I'm 45. So I'm like, but I don't think I'll ever look this good. Oh God, I hope. Well, maybe it's all about the skincare in the line. We're going to talk about it.
It's about everything.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So again, let's talk a little bit about you and tell me about, where you grew up and what brought you into this field, if you don't mind, and give us some of your background. Thank you.
So I grew up in California. I was kind of a tomboy, but I liked girly things. So I played tennis, as a junior growing up. I turned pro for half a second, and I loved riding horses but I also liked makeup. It was always fun. So I would, paint my cousins' faces, any of my friends, whoever needed their makeup done. It just kind of started that way. And then my mother, when I was about 8, got brain cancer. And so when I was about 14, she was going out to dinner with my dad, and she was incredibly beautiful. But after the chemo and the radiation, it just discolored her skin. She'd lost her hair. So I'm like, Mom, you know what? I don't know what drug I was on, clearly none, but what I was thinking at the time, I just said, oh, I'll make you look amazing. Don't worry. I had no clue what I was doing. And she hardly had any makeup. But we miraculously managed, with her few makeup products and my very few skills at the time, to make her look and feel like the best version of herself at that time, which sticks to me to this day with all my clients. Because no, don't cry.
I can empathize. I'll tell you in a sec. Go ahead. So you helped her out like that. That's beautiful.
Oh my God, don't get me going now. So anyway, that's what's so great about makeup to me, is being able to make someone, like, I still work with the Cancer Society, breast cancer here in Marin. I'm doing a fashion show at the end of the month for breast cancer survivors. And I just feel like we are blessed with so many amazing things, and we have to, give back, because I've, had bumps in my road as well. One of my children passed away on Christmas Day. My son, Bo, my husband, Ken Flach, who's a professional tennis player, passed away 5 years ago. So I've definitely had my bumps, but our children teach us all these amazing things. And so my oldest daughter, after my husband had passed away, came into my office, and I was pitching a fit. She said, Mom, you have to be grateful for having him at all, that you had big love and someone that adored you. So when I look at it from that perspective of being grateful, and then helping others, I started an educational fund for my son, Bo, that passed away at the Northern Lights School in Oakland, California, for underprivileged children. After Ken passed away, I started one for him as well. And then nutrition and education are incredibly important to me. So I helped start a garden at the Ed McGuire School in Mill Valley for kids to, grow plants and vegetables and cook with them and do science projects. And I just feel that if kids are exposed from a young age to good, healthy choices like picking a tomato or eating an apple, that will continue through their life. And so that's part of my philosophy back to the makeup is, it's all about, it's from the inside out. And it's, of course, being positive and happy and exercise and all these good things, but it's also getting enough rest. What you put into your body. I drink green juice every day. I make this, it's actually not even green anymore. It's swamp. It's swamp juice. And I drink a lot of water and drink tea, and I, don't do drugs and do alcohol. So I there's a lot more to being beautiful, or the best version of you from the inside out. It really is how you take care of yourself. And I can see it in my clients. I'm sure you can relate.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you for being open and honest with us and sharing your experience and your hardships. And, we all go through stuff. And what got me was that I lost my mom to lung cancer 6 years ago. And I could empathize with the loss of your mom. And then, the loss of your son and husband, God bless. It's not an easy thing.
I know, it sounds
I commend you on being so strong for your other children and for still doing what you do. And when my mom passed, before she passed, she lived with me and I took care of her. And I said, Mom, I'm going to make you look beautiful. When you die, I said, I'm doing your makeup.
Stop.
So yeah, I went to the funeral home and I did her makeup.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Oh yeah. I gave her fake eyelashes. I used my makeup and I made her so pretty. So I
love that you did that.
So, of course.
Oh my gosh.
She's my mom. It's her body. It was a little weird, people think, but I'm also okay with this stuff. So I'm like, I want her to look her best.
I can tell you're into all the woo-woo like I am. So
totally, I got goosebumps now.
We're from the same tribe.
Yes. So you do what you can for others to make them feel good and beautiful.
No, but it also makes you feel good, because I felt like, going through all these bumps in the road and all these challenges, it made me feel good to make someone else feel good, because honestly, there are so many more people worse off than me, because I don't look at myself as tragic. I did this interview once, and I'm literally in the green room waiting for this lady to put me on the show. And I hear her talking about me, but I didn't realize it was me. She's just saying like, oh, there's this woman. She's had the most tragic life, and going on and on and on. And then she says my name, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, wait, hold on, sister. I am nothing. I am not tragic. I've had tragedies, but I'm not tragic. Tragic means I gave up. I'm not giving up anything. So, you just go down these roads, and you have to do it, because just what you said earlier, my kid, if I'm a mess, it's going to affect my children, and they've been through enough. I can't make, me be another bump for them. Right.
Yeah. Well, this is beautiful. So you started at a young age helping your mom and had that transition to becoming a professional makeup artist. Could you talk a little bit about that? And hair too. You do both, right?
Well, I fake hair. Okay. Like I do photo shoot hair. I don't cut, I don't color. I did not go to beauty school, but when I got signed with Ford Models has an artist division. They said, oh, okay, so you do hair, how strong are you with hair? And I'm like, oh, I don't do hair. I'm a makeup artist. And they're like, okay, well, guess what? If you want to get signed, you do hair. So you better figure it out really quick.
So you're like, I do hair.
I do hair. I'm so good. Not, but I have managed through the years to learn how to make people look, the basic stuff for a photo shoot, for them to look good in front of the camera. And funny enough, one of my agents called once and said, you're going to be in you're doing 10-page spread in Elle magazine for hair. And I start laughing, because he and I would make jokes like that. I am so tragic with hair. And he goes, no, for real. And I'm like, so now it's so funny. I've had a lot of success doing hair, which cracks me up, because that's the thing. We think that we're,
something, or
there's something good or whatever. And then I think that's kind of down the road. I don't know if you've had that experience, but you think you're going down one road, and then you go down another one, and you're actually good at it,
I used to model for dance catalog companies when I was a teenager. I was a dance teacher, and then Halloween costume catalogs. All of a sudden I'm modeling, and then they realized, well, you're pretty good with hair and makeup. So then as I got older, I came back and they hired me as the makeup and hair person. Do I do makeup and hair? No, but can I could do it. I'm not trained.
You do it better. But you do it better than you think. And that's the thing. We need to start acknowledging our skills, and that that we know how to do things better. I think we have to start being kinder to ourselves, because we would never treat someone else as harshly as we treat ourselves. Right.
Got it. No, absolutely. It's so true. So I commend you on the work you're doing. And then here you are doing this as an amazing career. And then you start working with celebrities too. Could you just share? People like hearing, some of the celebrities you've worked on. I
Yes,
read
of
your article.
course. Yes. So I've done, let's see, Hilary Swank, Condoleezza Rice, Journey, Metallica, Maria Bartiromo. I do a lot of people from Fox. I have a lot of celebrity chefs, Guy Fieri, Tyler Florence, Sammy Hagar. They just did a new, they have a Guy and Sammy have a new tequila coming out. So we just did a new branding
Guy
for them.
Fieri does? Really?
Yes. It's called
Tell him I said hi
Santos.
next time you see him. Tell him my name.
I will.
I used to work at Fox and CBS and Pix 11
Oh,
in
no
in
way.
New York City for years. I was an entertainment reporter, so I would do all the entertainment. I would interview all the celebrities.
That's so
Yes.
funny.
So I
Oh
know
my
quite a
gosh.
few of them,
We
but
probably have very similar clients. So
oh my
yes,
gosh. Wow, wow, wow. So
so
this is
super
amazing.
fun.
So men, women, children, you do it all,
Yes, I do
obviously.
everybody. I did, let's see, Tyler Florence has been my client for 17 years. We did the Great Food Truck Race and all his
Yes.
great, amazing things. Let's see, who else? Oh, Food Network guy. Oh, what's his name? Bobby Flay. He's
Yeah.
lovely.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
him. Yeah, he's great.
Amazing,
So
amazing,
yeah, a lot of
amazing.
fun people. Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I've worked with all kinds of brands, and it's a lot of fun. I love my job, and I get to work with in fashion, and work with a lot of athletes. I have Jaylen Brown. He's with the Boston Celtics. I just have a new athlete. She is amazing. Her name is Cameron Brink. She is a 6'4", gorgeous, gorgeous basketball player from Stanford.
Wow.
And we just did some shoots, and I don't know. There's just a lot of amazing people. Wine enthusiast. I just did the October issue, the cover, and about 20 different people in it. So I've had a very great career, and I'm so grateful.
And let's tell people how we can reach you. So it's ChristinaFlach.com, right? Christinaflach.com. Also, social media pages. How do we find you?
Yes. Well, you can look at also Pretty Girl Makeup, because that's my first makeup line I've done.
Okay.
And then we have imtoobusy.co. And let's see, you want to Instagram, Christina Flach Makeup, and Pretty Girl Makeup is PrettyGirlMKUP. And let's see, I don't think our Instagram is up yet for I'm Too Busy, but it is coming because we're just launching. So we just launched. Yes.
Now I just looked. I don't ever look. And you requested me on Instagram. I got you. Following you back right now. Okay, awesome. And I'll look at your stuff later. Okay,
oh
great.
My God.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk more now about, there's so much to you. So where did you want to start with the skincare, with the makeup?
Whatever, you go, pick one. We'll do it.
Makeup, Pretty Girl Makeup. So that was the original.
Yes. So I started that because I was a mom and was driving around, and I was in a battle constantly with my water bottle and my lip gloss. I couldn't find one, I'm sure, that would stay on long enough that wasn't matte and drying and cracking my lips. So I just thought, it's so great. Ignorance is bliss, because if you don't know what you don't know. And so I just started working with a chemist. I'm like, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
I expected to be in Sephora, the next day. So wrong. It took over a year to formulate, the formula, and then the colors and the packaging and everything. So I started that, oh my gosh, long time ago. And I've been really, excited about adding new products. But then I just thought, I don't know, I was in a meeting with some, and I've been self-funded the whole time. I have never had investors, but I am getting them now because it's impossible to compete in the beauty space with me and my American Express. My limit is just not high enough. So we're getting investors, and I have a partner, Jordan Hall, who's amazing, and he does all the tech stuff. And I actually started working with him. He owns a production company, and we started working. He hired me as a makeup artist, and I didn't even think he particularly liked me. He was a little grumpy, but then
I laugh about it now, right?
Yeah, I laugh. And then during COVID, he called me and said, "Hey, I'm looking at your website. It's ass." And I'm like, "Okay, well, the world is upside down." So the last thing on my mind is my makeup company that is making zero money because everyone's wearing a mask and not putting on any lip gloss or anything. So anyway, we just he goes, well, I've got nothing to do. I'm going to fix your website. I'm like, I don't have money for this. And he's like, I don't care, like, just whatever.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
gosh.
it just ended up that we worked so well together. He goes, why don't you get an investor? I'm like, well, that would mean I'd have to do a business plan. And that
That's like
scares
not
me.
you. I'm like, yeah,
No, I don't,
mhm,
right? I don't do that. I paint faces.
you
So
sound like
anyway,
me. Yeah.
right? So anyway, we just started working together. And so we started that, I brought him in on Pretty Girl. And then I don't even know how I'm Too Busy started, but I bought it actually from a friend of mine that owns another skincare brand. And I just thought, like, this is like where I am in life. I have all this stuff going on, being a makeup artist, a mom, all these things. And then last year I started on NBC on California Live. I'm a beauty expert. So I go on
Awesome.
that
Yeah.
like 4 times a month, which is super fun. And I write for magazines. So all these things I thought I would never say never, that I would never do, I'm doing. And I've learned to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, I now know that place, that feeling I get like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, will lead to something fantastic. So it makes that nervous, uncomfortable, anxious feeling not so scary, because I know something great is going to happen from it.
Beautiful. So Pretty Girl makeup, it's all lip gloss, right? Different types of,
Yes, it's
I
all lip
know,
gloss.
I was reading, so vegan, animal cruelty
It's
free,
cruelty.
right? I mean, it's, yeah, organic. Like there's,
Organic, yeah, it's all good stuff. And it also does, and it's anti-aging, which is great too. It's hydrating and moisturizing. But what's so great about it is one of the reasons it took so long to alive when I was starting, was because I was self-funded. I wanted all my colors to look good on all my friends and family that are all different shades of the rainbow. So that's what took so long, because color, as you know, is so weird. One color can look amazing on you, and then I put it on and it's like, oh,
oh,
yikes.
oh my
So,
goodness.
I am really proud of the company, and, all these years that it's been around, we have no debt. Like, we've been making money, and it's great. So I'm excited about I'm Too Busy, because
Okay, now let's transition.
now we're
Yes.
going to go and transition. I'm Too Busy. So I'm sure you can relate, and you hear this probably all the time. I hear people constantly saying, oh my God, I'm way too busy. I don't have time to put on makeup. I don't have time for my skin. I don't have time to work out. Okay. So first of all, I think that I also hear from people all the time saying, you know what? I go to the department store, I go to the beauty counter, I get sold and talked into all this stuff that I don't use. It doesn't go with my lifestyle. And I don't know how to, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know how to do it like the person showed me at the department store. So I also feel like, how are any of these makeup companies going to have brand loyalty when you're selling your customers things that are just, yes, they're in fashion, the baking, the highlighting, and the contouring, but can the average mom or CEO or executive, how are they going to have time for that? They don't.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to be able to do their makeup and have the products that they need in 5 minutes. You need something for your brows, you need concealer, something to even out the skin, cheeks, eyes, lips, and you're done. And so we're starting that. I have these really cool foundation sticks that you can use as a foundation, a concealer, or a primer. So that's 3 things. It's in a tube. You can put it on, you can wipe it on, you can put it on with your finger, you can use it with a brush. It's fantastic to have in your handbag. And I'm also doing that with the blush. I really, if you look at ChristinaFlach.com at my portfolio, you'll see all of my faces look fresh and dewy. So having a foundation, a blush stick to just put on the cheeks, it's just giving a little hydration and a little color. So that's great. And it, again, 2 products that are going in your handbag and are not going to spill and make a mess. And then
So important.
brows.
I just cleaned mine out last night. My son's 6, like, what are you doing? I'm like, mommy has everything in Ziploc bags, because everything, yeah.
Yeah. So I want people to have that, because I think that, the reality is everyone is visual. It's not a superficial thing. Okay. So I also feel that, like, when you go into a meeting and you feel like the best version of you, you're not thinking, oh God, I've got these bags under my eyes. You just feel you're focused on what you need to be focused on, which is the meeting. And so I feel like if you look like the best version of you, you're more confident. And that's just a reality. I had a really interesting experience last year with a teenager named Ivy here in California. I did a pro bono for her to teach her how to do makeup. She was 14 at the time. And she really didn't know anything. And she was so lovely. And we just hit it off. And so I gave her, I don't know, we were talking about like, what are your dreams? What do you want to do with life? And after she did her makeup, she just like blossomed. And 2 weeks later, she called me and goes, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? She said, remember you told me I should dream big and, what my goals are and do things like that I don't feel comfortable doing. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? And she was, I applied to study abroad to do art in Prague and I got it. And she said, if I hadn't felt so good about myself, I would never have done these things. And she goes, thank you for changing my life. And I'm like, ooh, I'm sobbing because I just thought like, I really didn't think, well, because I say this stuff to my kids all the time and they're like, yeah, whatever. But it just really felt good to me that I could give someone a gift of this confidence. Or can you imagine being able to be 14 with that confidence? Like, where is she going to go? Nothing but straight up, right?
That's beautiful. And I love that you're helping people, mentoring them like this. That's great. That speaks volumes.
Well, I think it's important because I just know that it's so funny. I'm so blessed to work with all these amazing people. And I really learn something from everybody. And they don't have to be famous or powerful, but everyone has something to give, some knowledge, some little tidbit. I mean, and then I get the lucky to have, a Tyler Florence or a Bobby Flay or Condoleezza Rice in my chair, Hillary Swank. I have them all to myself. It's like I get to be one-on-one Oprah. And they all teach me something. And it's so great. I mean, Tyler has said to me, if everyone knew how hard it was to be exceptional, no one would do a goddamn thing. And so it really is, sometimes it's a blessing not to know. But if you're enjoying the process of, I'm excited to wake up every day. Like I never thought I would be doing podcasts or being on TV or creating all these new things, but I'm excited to wake up and I want that for my children. So when they see one of my kids, my daughter Rose had said to me that my lectures on everything were lame. But she said, the way I conduct myself, my work ethic, the way I treat people, all the different things I do in life were more of an inspiration to her. I just thought, wow, like I'm so happy to hear that. I had no idea, So I think we I've told my kids, figure out what you love doing so much that you do it for free and then figure out how to get paid, like what you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. All right. We still got 3 minutes left in the show, Christina. So I want to
What do
make
you
sure
want to
we're
talk about?
covering everything. You tell me, this is your show. Really, I wish you lived closer. I live out on Long Island, out in New York, but yeah, born and raised out here. So I haven't left and I'm a single mom of my 2 little boys. So we live out here and,
that's awesome.
I've been doing this for a while, but you seem like you'd be like my best friend, but
oh, totally.
I'm too busy. So I don't even have friends. I've never been married. I can't find a man. Like we got issues.
Oh my God. That's going to be a segment. That's our next segment.
Yeah. And then because then you meet a guy and it's like, well, cause the first thing I say, okay, yeah, well, it's me, Austin Jackson. So you want to be someone's number 4. And I don't have like the every other weekend thing. It doesn't exist. It's 24/7. We sleep in the same bed. We are a complete package and this is who we are. So yeah, I have a struggle in that field. I've always been, done okay with the jobs and it's great. And now my kids, but man, I'm looking for that partner. But I can tell you something, when I go to Costco, I look around, I make sure I put some makeup on when I go grocery shopping.
I love that you put makeup on to go to Costco, but not talk to me. That's good.
I do. I'm like, I might meet someone. So
you never know.
But just a little foundation, a little here, like makes me feel so pretty. Like you mentioned,
it's it's for me because everyone has discoloration on their eyelids and underneath. Everyone, man, woman, child, they all do. And so I can't even bear looking. I don't want to walk past anything when I see this tired looking face. I feel less tired when I zhuzh myself up a tiny bit. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And so
it's all fun.
No, my goodness, I love this. You are so talented. This is great. And now your kids. So what are they doing? Where are they in life? Like, how are you managing everything?
My daughter Rose went to NYU. She went to Tisch. She's a screenwriter in LA. And she was just in New York. She just came home yesterday. Her best friend gave birth. She was another girl that went to NYU.
Oh
So
my
she,
gosh.
and then my oldest daughter, Melania, went to Parsons in New York. And then she graduated from Central St. Martin's in London. She's a fashion designer and she lives in San Diego. And
Wow.
Nikolai is a golfer and he's in college and he plays on the golf team at Sonoma State. And my youngest, Ben, who is 6'2", I can't even believe it, is 17. And he is a nationally ranked golfer and junior in high school.
Oh my gosh. You must be so proud.
I
And your
am.
late husband, he's with us watching down.
Oh,
Day,
that guy?
you
Oh, yeah.
believe-
He's so
right? Oh, that
Yes,
is beautiful. I'm so happy for you. You're such a great soul. And I love that you're here also giving back and helping others. And but a lot to be said. Like you're, someone you go get your makeup done but like you're the person you become friends with. You're sitting in the chair and that connection, like you said, I love like talking to people. That's why I've been an interviewer for years, meeting new
Right.
people. It just makes my life so much
When's
better.
your birthday? What sign are you?
January 10th.
Oh, you're Capricorn?
Yes. What are you?
I'm Aquarius. I'm February 13th.
February. Okay, my mom was February 9th. I don't know much about the signs. I don't,
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest. Everyone asks, and I'm like, I'm a Capricorn, but I don't know what that means.
It's so much more complicated. There's like, you're rising and I don't even know, but you have to get it done. But it is interesting when you meet people and you see how they are. I mean, that's probably one of the reasons. It's the same thing with me with my job. I love people. I love to travel.
Yeah.
And I just find it's so like my sister, funny enough, is an executive for Costco. And she thinks I'm a gypsy.
Wait, stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to be.
No, you got to check my Instagram later. Just this morning I posted, and I'm about to do a post a little later. My favorite, I was like, what's your hobby? My hobby is going to Costco, hosing my lawn. No, you got to see the post I did this morning. I was at Costco, excited shopping. She's got to tell corporate they need to start sharing these posts I do at Costco with my kids and the Halloween decoration.
Totally
you're gonna laugh
right after we're done.
Okay,
but
but look, this morning I'm like at Costco. I made a little video about like the snowman and like affordable. Oh, and I'm getting my seed. I'm doing my lawn. I'm obsessed with Costco. That's and country music.
It's it for you. Okay, who's your country music boyfriend?
Oh, well, I don't. Well, I used to actually date someone in country music. but that's a whole other story. We'll talk. But yeah, I love country, everything.
So do I.
All right, we got to talk. We're going to bond more. We're unfortunately out of time. Remind me how we can reach you and follow me again on Instagram. We'll talk more later.
Yes,
so go ahead, Christina.
Yes. So you can see my portfolio, ChristinaFlach.com. You can also see my segments on NBC, on California Live, and all the new products. I'm Too Busy. I'mTooBusy.co. Let's see what else is there. And then PrettyGirlMakeup.com. And we're on Facebook, Twitter. I guess it's X now. And what else? That's it.
Oh my God, that's not just it. You're awesome.
And wait for our new. I think our podcast should be called "We're Too Busy." That's what we're going to call it.
Too busy. Gotta go.
We're too busy.
I cannot wait to talk more. You're awesome. Thank you, Christina.
Bye. Have a great weekend.
Have a great Labor Day weekend too.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.